body, she look like Bella Delphine. Said I hit her hard with my stuff, put it in her spleen. We don't slush it around here, dick her down like she a queen. I can't feel my dick no more cause I drink too much lean.
In the Sky Podcast, and today we have Nine Tails. Go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit, man.
What's up, bro? I'm Nine Tails with a $sign. You can find me on Instagram at 999tails. Not with the $sign, just the normal S. Me and my boys on the come up, double dollars. If you ain't heard of us, you will hear of us very soon. Yeah, me.
I like that. Yeah, me. I don't really say
Yes,
it.
sir.
That sounds stupid.
It's
That sounds stupid as fuck saying that shit.
all good. We gonna make that a thing, bro.
And where are you from specifically? The DMV area or like?
Yeah, specifically from the DMV area. I wasn't born here. I was born back in my home country, Mexico, but I basically rep DMV.
Hell yeah. And what was life like for you in Mexico? How long did you live in Mexico until you moved out?
I lived there till I was, I think, like 10 or something like that. I can't remember the exact details, but I mean, we lived in like poverty, like we lived in like the bad area of the city, like Mexico City, like where like you don't want to be caught outside type shit if you're not from there,
What kind? Yeah, fuck that. I wouldn't. You couldn't pay me enough to live in Mexico. No offense to anybody who lives in Mexico, but that shit's just too crazy.
Oh yeah, no, bro. Like that shit's wild out there, bro. Like it's not even like on some like racist shit. It's just like Mexico is like pretty fucked up right now.
They're a third world country, and like it's fucked up to think that United States, like one of the top, like most, richest countries, lives right next to it, and we can't do shit to help out. It sucks.
Fact. Exactly.
So, when did you start getting into music?
Well, I've been into music since I was like young, like a really young kid. I was, like music classes and like all that shit. I tried to do music in school. I think I did like maybe like 3 classes and then like I couldn't take it because like it was either like I couldn't fuck with the teacher, I couldn't do what I wanted, or like everyone was too slow, like too like far behind me, and like the teacher wouldn't bump me up to like a better class, so like I just been doing my own thing most of the time. Like I've been like I ain't even been rapping for that long, bro. Like I started rapping when I got out of like high school, you know what I'm saying? Like I was into like bands and stuff like that. I still fuck with all that shit, and I'm currently trying to make a band right now, but like I'm focusing more on like my like rap career because that's like taking off pretty well right now.
Hell yeah. So, how long have you been doing the rap shit, like specifically?
I want to say when I was maybe 19.
And that was like the first like time you started freestyling, or was it the first time you started recording and putting it out there?
First time I started recording and putting it out there, that was like 19. When I started like freestyling and stuff, like how it is, like you shit with your homies and like you smoke a couple and then like you just like put a beat on. Someone said, "Yo, put a beat on, let's freestyle," and then you just like it just kind of starts from there. You know what I'm saying? Like that started probably like during high school. I just wasn't good at it.
Now, there's another thing I'm curious about, specifically about you moving from Mexico to the United States. What was it like for a 10-year-old kid to move to the United States? Did you know any English, or what was it like for you making friends, etc.?
Well, luckily, like the schools I went to, like they taught English, so like I did know English, but it was like a really big change because like it went from like a city to like suburbs to like a whole different country. Everything is like different. Like it was weird at first, but like you definitely get used to it, like pretty quickly, especially being in like the school systems around here. Like you make friends pretty easily. I never really had much of a problem like making friends and shit. So like I was pretty straight, but like definitely like the transition from different countries was definitely hard. That was hard as hell.
I definitely couldn't imagine that. So was it just like your intermediate family, or did like all your family move to America?
Just my immediate family. It was just me, my mom, and my dad. My brother wasn't born yet at that time.
Okay. Now let's get back to music. I was just curious about that. So, you said you started recording and, kind of putting it out there at 19. Were you really taking it serious then? Like, was that your thing, or was it just kind of something you were kind of doing?
It was just kind of like I'm just having fun type thing, just putting music out there, getting a couple plays, like not really taking it as serious as I should have. I was just kind of like just having fun, and then like I realized like, yo, people are kind of like, fuck with it. Like maybe I should take it more seriously, you know what I'm saying? But at first I definitely did not take it seriously. Like I'm still having fun doing it,
That's
but
what it's all about, man. Having
yeah,
fun.
exactly. You gotta
Trust
have
me.
fun.
Trust me, if my ass had fun, like, working at McDonald's, I'd be up in that bitch every night, but fuck that shit.
Yeah, facts.
It's fun,
Facts,
love
bro.
fun, man.
Fucking 9 to 5. You hear me?
Yeah, fuck that bullshit. So, was there any, like, course of events that inspired you to really, like, pursue this, put your all into it?
Um, Not anything specifically other than like just kind of seeing like people's like feedback. You know what I'm saying? Like the feedback from people, like it was more positive than I thought it would be at first because it was just kind of like I was just kind of throwing things together. Like I didn't really even know how to mix that well. Like I had no one mixing my shit. It was just me just kind of like winging shit, but like people were fucking with this. So that's when I was like, all right, but like I should probably start to like do this more seriously so people like actually fuck with me.
Yeah, definitely. And, like, that's the best way to learn shit, too, is just hard knocks, like, kind of doing it yourself. I mean, it's all right to learn it from somebody else, but me personally, I'm one of those types of learners where I kind of got to do it myself. Like, it's hard for me to learn from somebody else.
Yeah, facts. It's like trial and error, like I just gotta do it. Like no one's gonna do it for me. If once I figure it out, like I'm gonna figure it out.
Exactly. And, like, a lot of people are real bad about, like, just not instantly getting it and they're like, oh, I'm gonna fucking give up. Like, not for me, man.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You gotta keep at it, bro. Practice makes perfect.
So, in a lot of your earlier music, what kind of inspired your songs, and how would you say it's kind of changed from when you were 19 to now when you're 23?
Bro, I started off like boom bap beats, like that pro era Joey Badass type feel, like that's just like I was just really into that music back then. And then like the whole like SoundCloud like era, like I know SoundCloud's been around for a minute, but like that whole era where like Pump came out, X came out, Ski, like Members Only, all these people, you know what I'm saying? Like the big SoundCloud rappers that are like kind of up right now. Like that's when I was just like, yo, like I really like this style, and it kind of goes with like the old music I listened to, like that like mosh pit metal shit. Like it's just like I can mosh to this, you know what I'm saying? And like so I kind of wanted to try that out too.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a good point you make. Like, it's just how much like this, like, you would put, say, how you said it, like, quote unquote SoundCloud rappers, X and them, like how their art really just held hand in hand with metal and all that shit. To be honest, I didn't really even fuck with metal until I started listening to them, and now I listen to metal by itself sometimes, and it's like weird to think how that's transpired over
Yeah,
just
facts.
because
No,
of
they
rap.
definitely like opened like hella doors with like that kind of stuff. Like X definitely like he opened hella doors with like that hardcore like mosh pit shit. Like I don't know if you ever seen like X live. Like I never got the chance to see X live sadly, but like I've seen like recordings and stuff like videos of him like live. Like his shows are wild. Like they're mosh pits, and like those are the shows that I grew up like going to. So like I was like, yo, like you can mix and mash like genres together. Like why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, and it's awesome that you're like mentioning his concerts and shit. Like, I've seen, not personally, but like on videos and shit on Instagram, like I've seen videos of X performing live, and he's just got like, I don't want to compare him to Freddie Mercury, but like if you've ever seen Freddie Mercury perform live, like they just got that fucking energy, and it's just not them two specifically, but they just got
Mm-hmm.
the energy about them that turns the crowd the fuck up. Like,
Yeah, facts, bro. Like it's the way they like perform. Like if you have a really good stage presence, bro, like the crowd will go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be the best rapper ever, you can have the most clout, but if you're a shit performer, like that's not. It's gonna look bad. If you're just like walking around on stage and shit. Like you're supposed to be a performer. You know?
Exactly. And like some people say, oh, I'm gonna just sit here and lip sync every single thing and just like have no energy. And like you can't do that. Like I don't know. I'm not really gonna get on
Yeah,
that
I can't do
tangent though.
that.
So what would you say like your recording process is? What are some of the things you do to kind of get in the mood to talk about the things you talk about, or to mix however you may mix it in that song?
Um, well, my recording process is normally like, it's like not really much of like a set thing. It's not really set in stone. It's just kind of like my shit just kind of like goes. Like sometimes like like one of my friends will play a beat, they'll play something, and like I'll fuck with it like right there, and I'll be like, bet, yo, let's go, like right now, and then like we'll just get in the booth and just go in. Sometimes it takes me like a week to make a song. Like it all depends. It's all like a mindset. Like it comes and goes. Like I can't like I'm not gonna like cap and say that yo I write songs in like 2 minutes every single time. Like I have had written songs in like less than like a minute and I recorded it in like one take type thing. But like it's not really much of like a set in stone thing. But I don't know. It's just kind of like randomly comes to me. I'm super ADHD, so like my mind is always like on some like random shit. So like when it comes to me, like I'll pull my phone out and I'll just start typing away and I'll like put it away. Like it'll be like, I don't know, driving. I'll be driving or some shit and like I'll stop and just like start like writing for a second and I'll continue driving to where the fuck I needed to go.
That's dangerous, but yeah, I feel that. Just getting random ass ideas.
Exactly, bro. Like if people opened up my notes, bro, they would think that I was fucking like insane. They'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid?
Typing backwards.
Like it's just random shit. Like if you wouldn't be able to like decipher it, but like I understand what it means.
So, what would you say your aspirations are? Like, where do you want to be, say, 5 or 10 years? Like, where do you want to take it? What do you want to do with your name once you build it?
What do I want to be in 5 to 10 years with this? I want to be one of the greats, bro. I want to be remembered like as a legend. You know what I'm saying? Like longevity in my career. I don't want like to blow up real quick and then like burn out really quick too. Like I want to be here for like the long run. I want people to know my name, remember my shit. Like I want it to be like where I can go to a show, bro, and I won't even have to perform like my own songs. Like the crowd will fucking chant that shit right back to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I want that. That's what I want. I want to be up there. I want to do good. I want to be able to use my platform to like spread like the right messages, not the messages that the media want you to want you to hear, like the right shit.
Yeah, definitely. Like the media, it has a set. If you notice, like everybody who's popping, they all talk about the same exact shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking toxic. Like I think. I mean, it's cool, I guess. Like their music's alright, but like a lot of the stuff they talk about is just really, if think about the kids that are sitting there listening to it. If they really take that in and really listen to what they're saying, like it's really fucked up for them to be putting that on kids. I know they're not targeting kids, but at the same time, they do have a lot of kids that listen.
Yeah, because like who is like the main like target audience for music in general? It's like the young generation, because that's what's gonna get you popping. The young generation is what's gonna like make you famous. You know?
Exactly, exactly. And like, I mean, I guess they realize that, but I mean, I guess once you're so rich and famous, like you just don't give a fuck who you're projecting what to.
Mm-hmm.
No hate to anybody
Exactly.
specifically, though. I have so much love and respect for anybody chasing their dreams and doing their own thing. I'm not a hater by any means.
Facts, bro. Just do your thing. Like be you. I'm not gonna hate. I'm gonna do me. You do you.
Exactly. So, your name, Nine Tails, where'd you get that from?
I actually watch like a fuck ton of anime, like a lot of anime. So there's this one show, I don't know if you heard of it, Naruto.
Yeah, I've heard of Naruto.
Naruto, the main character Naruto, he has a demon spirit within him. It's called the nine-tailed fox. When I was watching that, I was thinking like, yo, that's how I feel sometimes. I feel like there's something in me, you know what I'm saying? Like something that's like like with like filling me with like a bunch of like rage and energy, and I'm just like, yo, like that's me. I'm the nine-tailed fox. So That's where I got it from.
Hell yeah, that's badass. I feel stupid for not knowing that. Like, it rings such a bell, but I didn't know where it was from specifically because I don't watch no anime. I think it's cool, but
Nah,
I just can't get into it. I mean, I used to watch Inuyasha when I was a kid, but that's about it.
I feel you. I mean, it's a pretty asked question. Like people always ask me if it's from like Naruto or from Pokemon. I'm just like, bro, it's definitely from Naruto.
That's what I was thinking. There is a Pokemon with 9 tails. I remember that
Yeah,
shit.
yes sir. But it's definitely not Pokemon. It's Naruto.
So, are your parents supportive of what, like your rap career and what you do? You chasing your dreams?
um, I would say at first they weren't. They kind of like thought that this was dumb and like it wasn't gonna go anywhere. But like once I started to like produce like real numbers and like I don't know if you've seen like there's videos on my Instagram of like our shows and stuff. Like we we do we do kind of have a good fan base in our
Oh
area.
fuck
Like
yeah, fuck yeah.
it's pretty big. It's pretty big, and like our online fan base is getting bigger too. Like one of my boys just hit 1 million on all platforms. Like
God damn, that's
yeah,
crazy.
exactly. Like I feel like they're starting to realize like all right, like this is for real. You know?
Yeah, it's only up too. Like,
Exactly. There's only one way to go now. It's up. That's what we're doing. Working towards going up. We're getting our names out there. About to do like big trips to LA and shit. Like
that's where
big
it's
moves
at.
soon, bro. Big moves coming soon.
And a lot of people, like, surprising enough, like, the DMV is popping right now, like, insane. Like, so many people, if they just, DMV just snaps onto them, like, I don't know, a lot of people like it. They fuck with it heavy.
Yeah, no, the DMV is turning into like a music hub. Like it's gonna be the next music hub. Like dead ass. Like I see it.
You think it's going to take over, like, Miami? Because I feel like that's a music hub right now.
I feel like it'll get to the same point as Miami. I don't know if it'll take over Miami because like the whole styles are different, but I feel like it'll definitely get to that point where it's like, all right, like we're up there. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And I mean, who really before, like, I mean, I'm not too, like, big of a DMV, like, person, but, like, who, Shy Glizzy? You
Shy
know him from?
Glizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got Chris Brown. Like that nigga famous as shit.
Chris
He's from
Brown.
Virginia. Wale. Pusha T. I mean, there's a good amount of like like big names that came from the DMV, but I feel like we can definitely make it bigger. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's always like, I mean, really Shy Glizzy and like stuff like that. I mean, you guys can definitely like, I mean, think about the light that Kodak. I mean, I don't even want to say Kodak, just all the Miami artists put on Miami. Now everybody looks at Miami artists and like, just instant more clout if you're from Miami, if you know what I mean.
No, facts, bro. If you're from Broward County, bro, like, bro, that right there, like your career's kind of like set in stone. Like you're good. If you're not trash from Broward County, you could probably blow up pretty easily.
Kind of like being from Compton, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. No, exactly. Like it's just like the cloud that goes behind like your city. Like that also helps you.
Exactly. So are there any like messages you want to give out to the audience and it or anybody listening?
Um, I feel like people should just do what they please, do whatever makes them happy. Like if it pisses people off, then fuck them. Like like do what makes you happy. Like express yourself through whatever means, like music, clothes, creating shit, going to school, like whatever means you have, do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I'm trying to live. Like people always think that I'm just like, oh, you don't care about nobody, you don't care about nothing. Like it's not like that. It's just more like I'm gonna put me first. Like who's gonna look out for me more than I look out for me?
Exactly. That's what a lot of people misunderstand.
Exactly. Like it's not no hate, no none of that. It's just I'm gonna do me the best I can. You know?
I feel that 110%. And like, just people don't understand it in ways like, oh, you should just go to college, get a job, because that'd be so much easier and it's all set for you. It's like, this
Exactly.
is bullshit, dog. I mean, if you
Exactly.
want to
Like
be a
this is
fucking doctor, go be the best doctor and be happy being it. But don't be a miserable ass doctor.
facts. Like if that's what you want, if you want to go to like years of school and like become a doctor because that's what you want, then by all means, go do that shit, get that bag. But if you're only doing it because like your mom, your dad, someone is telling you, yo, you got to do this, you got to do this, or like you won't be, you won't, have like a good life when you're an adult. Like, all right, you might have money, you might have that like college degree background, but like, bro, you're still gonna hate your life, bro. Like, and that's worth to me. That's worth more than like any amount of money you got to offer me. Like I'd rather be
Happiness
happy
is,
and
yeah.
broke than to be like rich as hell and like fucking hate everything about
I
my
mean,
life.
like, money is man-made, but happiness is self-made. I mean, that sounds cliche as fuck, but it's just how I think about it. Because at the
Facts.
end
Like
of the day, money don't
you
mean
can't
shit.
really exactly. You can't really find happiness unless you find it within yourself. You know.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I might wake up with a smile on my face if I woke up in like a 10-bedroom fucking, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me
No,
wrong.
for sure. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I'd much rather like fucking be depressed as shit in a Lamborghini. But like, I'd rather not be depressed in a Lamborghini. I'd rather be
Crying in a
happy
Lambo.
and be in a Lamborghini. Exactly, crying in a Lambo.
Sounds like a fucking like album name or some shit.
Deadass.
So, are there any shout outs you want to give to anybody?
Yeah, dude. Shout out Double Dollars. Shout out all the Double Dollars crew. Shout out Egovert. Shout out Sensei Neo. Shout out Kill. Shout out Yoshi. Shout out Shab. Shout out Mo. Shout out Kareem. Shout out all them niggas, bro. Like my whole team. We're on top. If you have not heard of us, I'm gonna say this again. If you have not heard of us, you fucking will. Dead ass. And I put that on everything.
Thank you for listening to the In the Sky podcast, and thank you so much, Nine Tails, for coming on here and letting everybody get to know you, man. It was a blessing and pleasure, man.
Yeah, bro. No problem, bro. I appreciate you having me on the podcast.